budgie smugglers because, as you can imagine, these types of swimsuits are very, very tight. So you can see a lot of what's going on down there. And it looks like you might have just... What's up guys, my name is Catelyn, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys some New Zealand slang. If you didn't already know, I am from New Zealand. I was born in Christchurch and we use a lot of really interesting, unique and hilarious slang. So I really wanted to teach you guys some of them. These slang words will definitely be useful if you ever decide to travel to New Zealand, maybe for a holiday, which I highly recommend because New Zealand is a beautiful country. As well as some slang, I'm also going to be teaching you guys a few tereo words. Tereo is the language of the native people of New Zealand, the Maori people. So we actually use a fair amount of tereo words in our daily spoken English in New Zealand. So I'll be teaching you a couple of the most common ones so you can understand what they mean when you hear them. But anyway, let's get into learning our first slang word. The first word is Kiwi. A Kiwi is a person that comes from New Zealand. So I'm a Kiwi. When we say Kiwi, we're not talking about the kiwi fruit, but we're talking about the kiwi bird. The kiwi is the national bird of New Zealand. It's a relatively small, nocturnal, flightless bird. Calling someone a Kiwi isn't offensive at all. You're absolutely fine to use it. Our next slang word is jandals. Now, your jandals are your flip-flops, or if you live in Australia, your thongs. Now, I don't know why they call them thongs, because in American English, British English, and in New Zealand, a thong is a type of women's underpants. So I'll just stick to saying jandals. Another very helpful slang word for summer is togs. Togs in New Zealand are your swimsuit. And we also have another slang word for a specific type of togs. You know those very tight underwear looking kind of speedos that men wear? We call those budgie smugglers. They're called budgie smugglers because, as you can imagine, these types of swimsuits are very, very tight. So you can see a lot of what's going on down there. And it looks like you might have just shoved a budgie inside your pants. And a budgie is a kind of bird which looks like this. So it's a little bit horrifying, but it's still a kind of hilarious name. Something else that New Zealanders do all the time is just slap A onto sentences. The meaning of A is sort of similar to don't you think or right. It turns a statement into a tag question. For example, today's a beautiful day, eh? Okay, just a few more slang words. Our first is wop wops. The wop wops is the middle of nowhere, somewhere very far away, very rural, not close to any major cities. For example, if your friend was from a really small town, maybe 3 hours drive away from the nearest city, you would say that your friend is from the wop wops. And our last slang word is a very common New Zealand insult. It's not a very mean insult, and I personally use this one all the time. It is to call someone an egg. Calling someone an egg is just like saying that they're silly. For example, when I do something stupid, I might say, oh, I'm such an egg. Now I'll teach you a few tereo words. We use these words very often in our daily spoken English in New Zealand, so if you ever do decide to travel there, then these will definitely be useful for you to know. Our very first one is kia ora. Kia ora means hello. And sometimes in New Zealand we won't actually greet you in English, we'll just say kia ora. To say goodbye, you can use ka kite or ka kite anō. I would say actually this means more like see ya or see you later than goodbye. And finally, Aotearoa. Aotearoa is the Maori name for New Zealand, and it means the land of the long white cloud. On the subject of tereo and Maori culture, I actually wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the necklace that I'm wearing today. This necklace is pounamu, and that is New Zealand jade stone. Pounamu is very significant to Maori culture as it's been used by them for a long, long time. It's been used in the past to make weapons, tools, jewelry, and even to signify the chief of a tribe. So it's very important. And often if if you're just walking around in New Zealand, you might see several people wearing necklaces like this. And now you know what they mean. But that is all that I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, please leave me a like and also subscribe to my channel. There is more New Zealand slang than the ones that I've taught you today, so if you would like to see a part 2 of this video, just tell me down in the comments below. And if you've got any other video suggestions or questions, you can leave them down there as well, or you can send them to me on my Instagram and Facebook. Have a good one, guys. Ka kite.